Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to the capitalsearchengine.com deep dive webinar. In this webinar, we are going to take a deep dive into the lender experience. So, if you are a source of capital in any capacity and you work with brokers or have relationships with brokers, you are in the right place. So before we take a look at our platform, there's just a few quick slides that I want to cover. The number one slide that we want to cover is who are we and where do we sit in the workflow of brokers working with lenders? And it's very simple. CapitalSearchEngine.com is a platform that facilitates the broker and lender relationship. So brokers that are looking for high quality lenders and sources of capital to find the right deal for their clients, that need a tool to help them sift through many different lenders, all of the various lender criteria, and select the best lender for their client quickly. A broker would be on this platform. If you are a lender who wants to grow your sales force, have access to high caliber brokers that have been trained, that have worked in the industry, and you want to be able to get your products in front of them, and you want to pop up when and only when brokers have clients that meet your lending criteria, this would be a great tool for you. Think of it like this. A broker is going to use our software as a CRM to manage their client relationships and process deals working with the client and a lender. A lender is going to view us as an extension of their marketing team. We help them get their products and services, specials, promotions, incentives, and most importantly, the correct lending criteria in front of brokers in real time. If a lender has a change to how they're lending, what they are interested in, they can update this in real time and ensure all of the brokers are aware of this. Okay, so lenders, what exactly do you get out of this? What is the value that we provide to you? Again, think of CapitalSearchEngine.com as an extension of your marketing team and also your sales force. We give you access to hundreds of brokers that are on our platform, but we know what is important to you and what it is that you want to get out to the broker community. But probably more importantly, we have a dedicated staff that is there to help get the message you would like in front of hundreds of brokers. So if you're running incentives, if you have a new product, if your lending criteria changes, maybe you are even just going to be at the next conference and you want to let brokers know anything you would like to get in front of hundreds of brokers, our platform is built to do that very easily. I encourage you to watch the demo of the platform to see the power of what brokers can do and how they can interact with you. However, I just want to highlight a few key features. Number one, our platform is built with your time in mind. You'll receive email notifications anytime a deal is submitted to you, anytime someone sends you a message, so that you can answer them as quickly as possible. In fact, when you're on the platform, if the broker is there chatting, you can even chat up to and in real time. Our platform acts as a pseudo CRM for lenders, meaning all of your deals that are submitted to you in the platform are there in deal management. Even if you have a broker that has submitted multiple deals for you, each deal has its own area of the portal where you can review the deal package, chat with the broker, and chat with that client. And it keeps the entire file together in one place. As a paid lender, you get access to our marketplace to screen other deal opportunities where brokers haven't been able to find a matching lender. So our software matches their clients' criteria to all of our lenders that are on our platform. So if your lending criteria matches what the broker puts in as far as credit score, amount they're looking for, what type of facility is, you will pop up alongside other lenders that meet that deal. However, let's say that a broker enters a more challenging deal and no lenders pop up. The broker has the option to publish that deal to the marketplace. As a lender, you can go into this marketplace at any time and filter out deals to see if there's any deals that are out in the marketplace that maybe you would like to talk to the broker a little bit more about, to see if that would maybe be something that you might be interested in. So beyond the deals that you match for automatically, you will always have the opportunity to go and review more challenging deals if that's something that you and your organization would be interested in. Now, because we know that we have many brokers on the platform and lenders are going to have varying opinions on how much they would like to work with brokers on a regular basis, we give you the ability to allow or disallow direct chat functionality. For example, let's say that you left direct chat enabled. What this means is a broker can go into an area that we call the lender library. If they just want to look up lenders, maybe various documentation, learn more about lenders, look at any marketing collateral that you might have. Obviously, if a broker is submitting a deal, they are going to have access to ask you questions, but maybe they want to talk to you before submitting a deal. Maybe they have a more common question about your products. If you would like to get in front of those brokers to have more engagement and work with them more closely, which ideally would encourage them to submit more deals to you, you can leave chat functionality on, which means they can reach out to you at any given time. You don't have to monitor it. You'll receive an email notification when you get a message, but we are trying to encourage lenders to be engaged with the broker community as much as possible. On the other hand, this might not be advantageous to you. Maybe one of the members of your organization does not want to answer regular questions from a broker for whatever reason. We don't want to inundate you with unnecessary inquiries or email notifications that turns you away from the platform. So we do allow you to disable the direct chat functionality if you would like to. We leave that up to you. One other nice thing you get to do is you own your products and your profile. This is not something that we manage and try to throttle in any way. We want them to have your real information, your real name, your real contact information. We are in the business of pairing brokers and lenders together. Now, with that said, a lot of our lenders will take that as far as they can. If you want to host broker documentation for how you would like brokers to work with you, we can do that. If you have new broker applications, deal-specific or product-specific documentation, general marketing collateral, co-branded marketing collateral, even if you have videos, promo videos, little snippets, video introductions, anything you want, we can host on our platform to get you in front of brokers. Now, one big question we always get is that maybe your workflow is once a broker wants to send you a deal, they need to contact you. They need to submit things a certain way to you, or you prefer a phone call first. Maybe it's an email. Maybe it's a one-page document emailed. Whatever it is you would like to do, we can tell our software to do that. So, for example, let's say it's a very manual, direct relationship. When a broker has a deal that matches your criteria, you simply want them to call you. You don't want to use the rest of the platform and manage your deals there and everything else. That's completely fine. You could also say, chat with us first. We'll let you know next steps. That's fine as well. We don't need you to do anything in the platform you don't want to do. The only thing we want you to do is provide your lending criteria to the brokers so that they know when they should be submitting a deal to you. In line with that last conversation, one of the other big things we always hear about is, what if we already have our own portal? What if we have a portal that you must use? Some of our larger lenders have regulations and compliance they must worry about. What if you have a portal already? You have a couple of options. One, We can just be the front end, meaning this is how brokers find you and know when to send you deals, and we can refer them to your platform. We can put a link to your portal in there, give them guidance on registering with you, how long it takes, what they must do, what they must submit to get registered. We can do all of that. Or we can also push via an API directly to your portal, which means we can map the data in our platform directly to your data via an API and send directly to your platform. The only thing we would need is to pair up with a member of your technology or software group, and our devs can work with your devs and make sure that we get that all synced up. This is not something that we charge for. We will do it if it is something that you are interested in. Now, I haven't even shown you the platform yet, but hopefully you can see that the value in us being a marketing partner for you and getting you in front of and engage with hundreds of brokers is likely pretty valuable to be an extension of your sales staff like that. We do all of this for $150 a month. You can also pay by the year, and you of course get a 1 month discount on that if you pay in full for the year. I would challenge you to think about how much you're paying for a banner ad where you can't really measure the value, you don't get direct deals, anything like that. We obviously can do a lot more, get you in front of people, push notifications directly to brokers, do anything you need us to do, and we're a partner for a very, very small amount. I do want to be clear about one small thing. Do not think of us as a lead generation company. Yes, you will get leads from our platform because brokers will be querying lenders utilizing our funding scenario tool. However, I really want you to think of us as a marketing partner to engage with a broker community that's an extension of your sales staff in whatever capacity you see fit. The leads are really just more icing on the cake. Now, one other thing that we offer to all of our lenders is we have something called an onboarding blitz. It's exactly what it sounds like. When you come on board with us, you can pay an additional one-time fee of $1,200, and there's a whole slew of things that we offer. Most of these things were born out of lenders telling us what they wanted, so there's really not a lot of fluff here. Number one unique thing that we can do is we can engage with the broker community via text messages. If you're not aware, which you likely are if you've been involved in any type of the marketing campaigns that your organization does, text messages have a read rate of around 80 to 90% or even much higher as compared to an email, which has a read rate average of 10-20%, maybe not even that amount. These days, folks ignore emails. However, we all read our text messages, we all get the notifications, and it's brief. So one nice value add that we do, when you register, we let all of our brokers know that we have onboarded a new lender. Here's who they are, here's what type of lender they are, here's what the products are that they offer, and then we allow you, with a limited amount of characters, to give us one thing you should know. Meaning, as a broker, here's one thing you should know about us. This could be, always talk to this person. We're the go-to person for this product. Whatever it is that you'd like them to know, it could even just be some type of random fun fact that you want brokers to know, because it's going to go directly to their phone. Next, I will show you this in a moment, but in our broker dashboard, you will be listed as a featured lender. So anytime that they log in, there is a box in the upper right-hand corner right on their dashboard, not hidden in a header or footer or anything like that, right on their dashboard, and it says that you are the featured lender. It shows your logo. There is a few remarks that you can edit and put information about yourself, and that is included in the onboarding blitz. If you'd like to do that for multiple months, you can pay for the entire year. There's an additional charge to that, obviously. But we only allow so many featured lenders per year because there's obviously limited months and there's only limited spots on the featured lender list. If that's something that you're interested in, most of our lenders will secure the entire year if they want to be shown on our broker dashboard when our brokers log in. We also have a really nice member forum. This is exactly what it sounds like. It's where brokers can go and discuss topics, lenders they've worked with, tough deals, off-topic things. There's even a spot for lenders to interact with us a little bit. However, because we know brokers spend a lot of time there, we wanted to highlight the lenders that we do have available. So on top of the featured lender listing in the broker dashboard, you also will be a featured lender listed on our forums for the first month. And again, you can pay for multiple months, and there's only limited spots available for that. We send out an email announcement when you first register. So there's a dedicated email that is just about you coming on as a new lender. You're not paired together with a bunch of other lenders or a bunch of other information. It's very brief. We have onboarded a new lender. Here's their information. Even if you have a headshot for the person that is going to primarily utilize our platform, we can include that as well. We want them to get to know you, and we want it to be just about you. Now, with that said, we also have a monthly newsletter that goes out to all of our brokers as well. When that comes out, if you are a new lender, we have a little featurette area where we'll talk a little bit about your products, put your logo, we can put a headshot, and just let them know who you are and that you've been onboarded. So that's two different ways of getting in front of the broker community through the medium that we communicate with them the most, which is email. And finally, down at the bottom, as you can see, included in the onboarding blitz is a live 45-minute webinar. So what we will do is we will send out an email blast to our brokers. We will host a 45-minute webinar where you can pitch your product, your organization, talk a little bit about yourself, let them get to know you a little bit better. We always like our brokers to see that you're not in an ivory tower on Wall Street, suits only, things like that. We want them to see that you're down to earth, that you're easy to communicate with. So it really, really helps when they can get some FaceTime with you. Obviously, many of the brokers may not be able to attend, and that's okay because we record that webinar and we store it in the broker repository, which is a place where they can go. They can click on the area of the broker repository where we have these webinars, and only the lenders that have these recorded webinars will be there. They can see the name of the lender, they can click on yours, they can watch these webinars whenever they would like. We do notice that brokers really, really prefer to know who they deal with, to feel comfortable talking to you. We do also offer other live webinars if you would like to record more, or if you have any special reason to do one, anything like that. We let everybody know this webinar is coming. We send out an email afterwards to let everybody know that the webinar took place. And then obviously, again, we store the recorded version on our platform. Okay, with that said, I want to jump right into the platform and do a quick demo just so you can see how intuitive and easy the platform is to use. There is not a huge learning curve on this. This is not something that will take months and months to learn, and we will build out your profile for you. In fact, if you would like us to onboard you and your products, we can do that for you at no additional charge. We do not have an implementation fee at the moment. We can do this for you, build out your products. We know the right questions to ask, and we can do this very quickly. This is something that takes minutes, not hours or days. So before we even get started, I want to start looking at the broker view and not the lender view. So if you're watching this webinar, please make sure you know this is the broker view, not the lender view. The reason I want to start here is I just want to show you what you can get in front of the brokers. So you can see right here, this is a broker's dashboard. This is our featured lender area. Now this is our demo environment, so it's just their logo and the name of the lender. You can add copy here. You can add information about incentives. When we add you as a new lender, we also put you in our notification and news and updates. We can put that right here. This is also another way that we can just get notifications in front of brokers for you. So if they see a new news and update, they can come here and it'll say anything we would like it to say about any new features, updates, new lenders, anything like that. If a broker wants to learn more about the lenders on our platform, they would go to the lender library. And this is a really cool feature for you to utilize for engagement with our broker community. So if you come here, they have a few options. They can click the drop down here and see the names of all the lenders, Or they can come to the deal type if they're looking for a specific lender. So if I'm looking for a commercial real estate lender, if I'm looking for a factoring lender, a working capital lender, I can come here and see the lenders that are available to me. I'm going to go to a specific lender for one of our demo accounts. So you can come here and you can see I selected M Holding Investment. Now the reason there's 2 entries here is because this specific lender does factoring and working capital. So they have 2 different products built out here. As you can see, we can put your logo, we can put the primary contact name, the name of the organization, what types of deals you do, if there's any criteria, credit score, things like that. You can see here that when I hit show more, I can look at all of the information available to us about this lender. You can fill this up. You have a very, very large amount of space that you can work with. You can put as much information or as little information as you would like here. Obviously, the more information you provide a broker, the less chance you have of getting an incorrect deal submission, but also the more chance you have of engagement with that broker. When they can read more about you, understand more, they don't have to wonder and move on to another lender that does have more information. So you can see here, you can put your time in business, collateral types you accept, any required documents for a deal package, commission information, underwriting advice. You can put as much information here as you would like. Think of this as just plain text. Hey, let me tell you what it's like if you submit a deal with us. Here's what we like to see. Here's things we don't like. You can put your contact information and any public documents that you want to get in front of the brokers. And you can change these. You control this profile. You don't have to go through us. So you can change out documents, information, anything you would like at any time. In fact, you can even put videos here if you'd like a little snippet of your organization shown to any brokers who are looking at you. Now, the great thing is if they would like to ask you questions, maybe they see something here and they say, hey, you know what? I want to ask a question about one of these documents. They can go directly to direct chat and they can start a conversation with you. Now, we do this to drive engagement so that you can be as engaged with the broker community as you would like. However, you can disable this. As I told you earlier, you don't have to have this on. In fact, if a broker comes here and determines that you are a really good fit for their client, they can start a deal submission right from this page, which I'll show you what that means here in a moment. So you can directly chat with someone as you're reviewing lenders, and you can start a submission. So this is a really great place to get yourself in front of our broker community. Now, with that said, this is not the primary place that brokers will come to find out about you. How a broker will likely find you in the event they have a deal already and they're not doing any research is via our funding scenario tool. So let's go to the funding scenario tool. A broker is going to utilize the funding scenario tool to figure out which lenders match their clients' needs automatically. So they have a couple of options. Let's say we have a more junior broker or a broker that's not totally sure what product makes the most sense for their client. We even built out a product wizard here that they can utilize to go through a workflow by answering questions. And as they answer questions, they will arrive at a deal type. The best fit for this type of scenario is this type of finance. So we build out a product wizard, and when we do that, it will automatically populate if they arrive at a result. We are going to do a working capital loan, and we're going to try and pull that lender that we just saw. So let's do a nice, easy deal here. Let's say 3 years time in business. Let's say they're looking for $1 million in capital. Let's say they have a decent credit score, and they're looking at doing just general accounts receivable, right? So they're looking to leverage accounts receivable to get a working capital loan. They click search here. You can see immediately that I matched with all of these lenders. These are the lenders that I matched with. These are not just random lenders that are shown. You can see that M Holding Investments at the top. That's because I have them in there as a featured lender. It does cycle through these, so it's not in alphabetical order. The lenders will not always show up in alphabetical order. So if you have a name that starts with an A, you're not always at the top, or a Z and you're at the bottom, anything like that. And as you can see, when I utilize the funding scenario tool, it brings me my lenders. I can hit show more. I can immediately look at this same information from the lender library, right? I can compare this to other lenders that I just matched with. And let's say I go, hey, you know what? I think I want to submit a deal to this lender. I can start a submission directly from the funding scenario tool. It asks me, have I ever worked with this lender before? If I say yes, it just moves on. If I say no, it will bring up the required documents that they must provide in order to submit a deal package. So if you require a W-9, any type of registration paperwork, anything like that, it will show here. In fact, if you have a portal, it will show a link. After I click next, it will say you must go to this website and register. Very often, lenders will want a broker application, a W-9. So you can see here, I'm going to upload a broker application, upload a W-9. It'll have all the pertinent information, as you can see here. We'll provide that to you, the lender. This will be included in the first deal package when we generate the deal package, which you'll see a little bit later, okay? If they've registered with you before, and this is just the next deal they're doing with you, they would just say they've worked with you and move on. You're going to first enter the client's information. So this would be the broker entering all of this information. Now remember, if you have an API, this is where we will begin pushing data directly to you. As the broker enters it, we can push it over to your portal. Or if they are going to stay in the platform, the broker can begin entering information in about the deal. We require brokers to give you a deal summary, which is always nice. And we also require them to give you a company overview, to give you some background on the client, as that it obviously tells more of the story around the deal more often than not. So we'll put some copy in here as well. From here, your products are going to be pre-built. So anytime somebody selects factoring or working capital loan, it'll know what documents to select. So with that said, we also invite the client in at this point. The client gets a prompt to be invited into the portal. They'll receive an activation email. The client can then activate the portal, come in on their own, and they will see the same exact view. They'll be able to upload all the appropriate documents for the broker to review and to eventually go to you as the lender. Once all these are uploaded, the deal package is now ready to be generated. So you click download deal package. A deal package will immediately come up. You can see it's branded with the broker's logo. It has the deal summary and the company overview already, all of the deal highlights, and then every document that's included in the package. This is done automatically to be able to be in a nice cohesive document ready for you, the lender. Once the broker reviews it and says it's good to go, they click send to lender, and it's off to your side of the portal, which I'll show you momentarily. Okay, so now here we are in the lender dashboard, and you can quickly see it looks very familiar. We have news and updates. We have all of your notifications. You have an additional badge here that can tell you how many new loan requests that you have if you choose to use our platform. Down the left-hand side, I'll run through this just very quickly, and then we'll look at some key factors. Some key items that we're going to want to notice. You can review all of your notifications. You can do all of your deal management, and I'm going to show you a little bit of that and some of the ancillary things you can do. We'll take a look at the marketplace just briefly. I'll show you product management, which is where you build and maintain all of your products that you offer to make sure if you decide you are no longer accepting a certain credit score, a certain time in business, if your lending range changes, anything like that, you can go in and change that immediately, and it will update real time in our tool. Your subscription information is here if you ever want to upgrade, downgrade. Your profile information, which is very important to make sure we have your logo, any headshot for a primary point of contact that you want to provide. If you'd like to talk with us, you submit a ticket. We have a dedicated staff for you at all times that can answer questions from you as needed. We also have a training library with videos that you can watch to learn more about the platform. If you have any certain questions, or if you want to watch the workflow from a certain perspective, you can go watch these training videos, and you can take a look at how to manage your products, how to review the marketplace, how to look into deal management, how to pull a deal package, anything you can think of. So first, let's take a look at product management. As we saw earlier in the lender library, this lender has two products that they offer. They offer working capital and factoring. When you're building out these products, You simply go to add a new product. You can offer any type of product in the commercial capital space. We even have an area for fringe products that you might offer that aren't as common in commercial lending. If we take a look at what a product is, when we say building a product out, it's the criteria for the funding scenario tool. Time in business, deal amount, credit scores, various collateral types if that's a part of that facility normally. You see, all you do is put in your underwriting advice, you put in commission information, and then you add a row for each document type you would like for that product. And that's what lets the broker know what documents are going to be required so they can inform their client and also get prepared for their client to upload those. Okay, let's go back. We're going to look at another area of product management. We're going to look at product setup. This is exactly what you would think. You come in here and you add your products, and you can see it's a blank template for you to add your products. You can see the various products that you can already offer, right? So essentially, product management, while it might sound intimidating, all it is a way to set up a new product or to edit your current products. Now, let's go into deal management. You can see that this lender has 2 deals in their deal management area. Very often you will have quite a bit more than this. If you look, this is the deal ID that we worked on earlier today that I walked you through from the broker view. So you already saw the broker building out that deal package and then sending it over to you. Let's take a look at what you can see as a lender on your end once a broker generates a deal package and sends it over to you. You can see here, you click into the deal, you can see the quick facts right away to let you know if it's something that you're interested in. You see the product type, who the broker is, who the client is, how long they've been in business, credit scores, collateral types, loan amounts, and if they are a new broker, their documents will be right here. If they're not a new broker, you will see their most recent application documents in case you ever needed to reference those. If you go over here to documents, you can see what documents were provided if for any reason they didn't have one, and if you don't think that is sufficient, you can reach back out and say, hey, it looks like you didn't upload a credit application. Is there a reason why? More often than not, they've discussed this with you ahead of time via chat. So you can see, okay, I can see what docs are available to me. I'm interested in looking at this. And if I click download deal package, that will let me download the deal package that we reviewed earlier. Let's say you take a look at the deal package, you're interested, but maybe there's something else you need, or maybe it's in underwriting and they determine that there is another document that they'd like to see. Maybe it's an appraisal, additional bank statements, who knows what it could be. You can click right here and say add additional documents, and you can add more rows that only go or pertain to this deal only. Now, remember, we're still in the deal area for just this deal. Each deal has its own chat area. One nice thing that we do is we let you chat directly with the broker's client. Now, the broker can monitor all of this so they can see you for obvious reasons. Brokers are always worried about circumvention and things like that. You likely have non-circumvention clauses in place already. But you can chat with the client directly. If you say, hey, I want to ask the client something, I want to go straight to them, the broker's okay with that because they can see everything you're saying to the client. You also might want to chat with the broker more often than not where the client cannot see that. This is a place where you can chat with just the broker. So let's take a look at this. You can see that we've already put some dialogue in here where you are chatting with the broker, Sarah Dillon here. Hey, I'd like to follow up on this request. We'd like to request an extra bank statement. You can provide the extra docs right in here if they have them on hand. You see they uploaded it. Here you go. Thank you. We'll get back shortly. Whatever you'd like to say. And if you notice these little check marks, it's in real time. So these are read receipts. 1 check will mean that a message was sent. 2 checks means that that person has read it. Just like your cell phone probably does these days. This just helps for continuity and saves you some time from going back and saying, have they read it yet? Anything like that. So for example, as you can see here in the window, you're in chat right now and the broker happens to reach out to you. If you noticed very quickly, There was one check mark, then two, and that's because you're active on this screen. If we weren't on this screen, it would send an email notification to you letting you know that you have a new chat, and it would inform the broker that you've not read it yet. We also have some delays built in so that you don't get email notifications while you're in here chatting. So there's a delay. So if you are absent from the chat window for a specified amount of time, then it will send email notifications. But if you're in this real time, it will not send this to you, just to save your inbox some time. So you can respond to them. You can reach out and say, let me check with underwriting, and there you go, right? And you can see that that was read because I have it open on another screen, okay? Same thing with client. You can reach out to the client, say anything you would like, introduce yourself. You can see here that this lender was letting the client know that they're going to be reviewing statements and they'll get back to them today. This is exactly what you would expect and the type of conversation you want to have. The good news is you don't have to go find the client's information. You don't have to find the broker. You don't have to go back and forth and figure out where everyone is. You can chat to everybody right within the deal. And if you ever need to take it offline, that's okay too. It's okay if you contact the broker or the client outside of the platform. We don't try and control any of that. Remember, we are only a software platform. We are not involved in the deals whatsoever. Okay, let's head back to the dashboard. One last thing I'll show you just briefly is the marketplace. Remember, the marketplace is a place that you can come to review deals that no lenders matched for in the funding scenario tool, so you can just take a look at those. You can see here briefly that we have 2 deals that have been posted in the marketplace. If you're interested in this and you want to talk to Sarah about this a little bit more, you like the numbers that you see, you can chat with them right here in the marketplace. All of your previous chats will be right here where you can talk to all of the various brokers about the marketplace deals. If you are a lender that is only interested in a type of deal, you can specify, I only want to look at commercial real estate. I only want to look at bridge loans, whatever type it is that you're interested in. You can also filter by the credit score of the potential borrower. If you're only interested in deals of a certain amount, you can filter out deals that might be way outside of your credit box so that you can only focus on deals you may potentially still be interested in. We'll head back to the dashboard once more. And that's really it. A nice, clean, easy user interface that you can go to very quickly. We have all of the things like training libraries and a way for you to submit a ticket, manage your profile. If you want to add the onboarding blitz, anything like that, that's all here. But primarily, all you're going to focus on is your notifications and deal management. Once your products are built, you don't really touch this unless you make changes to your lending criteria. Again, you can do that whenever you'd like, or you can even submit a ticket and say, hey, I need to change this. Can you do it for me? We will do this all for you with no additional fees or charges or anything like that, okay? As we've already discussed a little bit, we are rebranding from a previous platform. This software was launched as an enterprise platform that's now going to be available to all lenders and all brokers. I just thought I would quickly show you the old software so you can get an idea of the amount of deals brokers are already pushing through. Now remember, these are only the brokers that used to have access to our original software. This does not include all of the other brokers we are currently onboarding. We had roughly 100 plus or minus brokers already, and now we are onboarding and or are inviting an additional 300 to 400. Those aren't exaggerated numbers either. That's how many brokers we're going to be inviting on board. So I just wanted to give you an idea of all of the various deals that are in our old platform. With that said, obviously I do have to redact some information because it shows real names. However, we at least are leaving the deal name available so that you can review it. So I'll just kind of scroll down here briefly. I just thought it would be worth showing just so that you can see that there are current active deals going on, the amount of deals going on with a relatively small broker pool of around 100. So you can see we have all types of deals, all kinds of deals going through. Okay. And that's it. Hopefully you saw a lot of features there that you would like to be a part of. We would love to have you join. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. The best way to reach out to us is to submit a ticket right on our website at capitalsearchengine.com. Once you're registered, you can also submit tickets internally. We're always here to help assist you while you're using the platform and help you get onboarded. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day.